Tuesday the 10th of October, 2023. First reading. Reading from the book of Jonah. The word of the Lord was addressed to Jonah. Up, he said, go to Nineveh, the great city, and preach to them as I told you to. Jonah set out and went to Nineveh in obedience to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was a city great beyond compare. It took 3 days to cross it. Jonah went on into the city, making a day's journey. He preached in these words, only 40 days more and Nineveh is going to be destroyed. And the people of Nineveh believed in God. They proclaimed a fast and put on sackcloth, from the greatest to the least. The news reached the king of Nineveh, who rose from his throne, took off his robe, put on sackcloth, and sat down in ashes. A proclamation was then promulgated throughout Nineveh by decree of the king and his ministers, as follows. Men and beasts, herds and flocks are to taste nothing. They must not eat, they must not drink water. All are to put on sackcloth and call on God with all their might. And let everyone renounce his evil behavior and the wicked things he has done. Who knows if God will not change his mind and relent, if he will not renounce his burning wrath, so that we do not perish. God saw their efforts to renounce their evil behavior, and God relented. He did not inflict on them the disaster which he had threatened. Responsorial Psalm. If you, O Lord, should mark our guilt, Lord, who would survive? Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. O let your ears be attentive to the voice of my pleading. If you, O Lord, should mark our guilt, Lord, who would survive? If you, O Lord, should mark our guilt, Lord, who would survive? But with you is found forgiveness, for this we revere you. If you, O Lord, should mark our guilt, Lord, who would survive? Because with the Lord there is mercy, and fullness of redemption. Israel indeed he will redeem, from all its iniquity. If you, O Lord, should mark our guilt, Lord, who would survive? Gospel acclamation. Alleluia, alleluia. I call you friends, says the Lord, because I have made known to you everything I have learnt from my Father. Alleluia. Gospel. Reading from the book of Luke. Jesus came to a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. She had a sister called Mary, who sat down at the Lord's feet and listened to him speaking. Now Martha, who was distracted with all the serving, said, Lord, do you not care that my sister is leaving me to do the serving all by myself? Please tell her to help me. But the Lord answered, Martha, Martha, he said, you worry and fret about so many things, and yet few are needed, indeed only one. It is Mary who has chosen the better part. It is not to be taken from her. Gospel of the Lord.